Hey friends, good morning. I'm just gonna set this up really quick here. Kind of scrambling this morning, but we're gonna get through this. So I'm just gonna set this up here on my tripod. Hello, hello. Doing a little bit of a different setup today, so excuse me while I do this really quick. Alright, I think that should be good. Hello, hello, I see a few of you on here. Give me a second, I'm just doing a different setup. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. I gotta set up my iPad as well. Give me 1 second. I already have some of the items cut out, ready to go, and I'm gonna talk about what SVG file I used. So give me a second while I set everything up. How are you guys doing? Can't see your comments yet. I'm setting up my iPad to so that I can see what you're commenting. Hi Lucecita. Hi with love Pixie. Good morning. You're sleepy? Well, I'm having my coffee, so I'm awake. Set this up right here. You guys can see my pancita. Give me one moment. Close the store. I kind of wanted to do a different setup. Let's see if I turn this a little bit. I'm going to be using Maggie Holmes Willow Lane for the vintage TV box today. What's up, Pixie? My toddler's driving me crazy already. Not even noon here. Creative Spirit Designs. Hello, honey. Hi. This is the, yes, I wake up at 5 a.m. to do nothing. I'm going to try to bring this up a little bit, guys. I want to make it look where you guys can actually see me. I have no makeup on, so hopefully I don't scare you. I'm just kidding. Can you guys see me? Yeah, you can see me, but you can't see the crafting. Alright, yeah, I'm going to point you guys down because you guys can't see the crafting. But before I do that, I'm going to go over all the items that I'm using. And then if I look down, it's because I'm looking at the iPad for your comments. Right now it is 9:02 a.m. here. Turn you guys a little bit. You guys can see a little bit of my craft room in the background. Ah, you're so sweet, Lucecita. It's like, you look beautiful. I have no makeup. I have my hair in a ponytail. With love, Pixie. Natural beauty is the best. Okay, so like I was mentioning, I am doing a vintage TV box, and I'm using Willow Lane for this project. I am going to show you the Willow Lane. I'm sure you've already seen it, but I have ephemera. I have the like the thickers. Hi Emma. Hi Liz. Natural beauty is definitely the best. You guys are too cute. I have the cardstock stickers, more ephemera. I have the standouts that I have yet to use. I have the little puffy stickers, and then some chipboard still. I've used some of it, but I still have quite a bit left. And then of course the paper, which I've already cut out. Okay, So, before I turn this down so you guys can look at me doing the project, I'm going to show you the SVG that I'm using. If I can bring my laptop over here. Give me one moment, I'm bringing it over here. Can you guys see it okay? Maybe just pin it down just a little bit. Okay. I don't know if you're asking me, Liz, but I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. I was very nervous yesterday when California was officially put as of midnight yesterday on stay at home. So basically, you can't go out unless it's, well, you can't, they're not going to enforce it or anything like that, but they're requesting everyone to not go out unless you're doing grocery shopping, like necessities, like doctor visits, whatever, or if you work in those fields. So now we're staying at home. And then for Woofy's health, I'm also making sure that we remain really healthy because he has asthma and he has a lot of history with bronchitis. So, you know, that kind of worried me, but I'm feeling better. We're just going to craft and focus on this stuff. Hi, Gabby. Okay, guys, can you see my laptop well enough? I think you can from what I can see on the iPad. What I'm using for the SVG, it's from svgcuts.com. And I'll put this information afterwards, after the live's over, in the description. Okay, Liz, you're saying you can see it. So yeah, it's svgcuts.com. And I am using the vintage TV box card. That's what I ended up buying. So you can see here what it looks like. And that's the back. So I'm using it as a base, but I'm transforming it into something slightly different. Isn't it really cute? I just love this little box card. So we're actually going to use it as like a little goodie box. So yes, I will put this information down below, but again, it's svgcuts.com, and it's called a vintage TV box card. Lucasita, you love that story? Yeah, it's really fun, and then it's pretty inexpensive, like $1.99 for this one, so it was pretty inexpensive. I'm going to take you over to my Cricut design space. I'm going to pull that up so I can show you what I ended up cutting. Love it. Can't wait to see your version. I love that you're taking us along. Of course, I really wanted you guys to be able to see my method behind this, because otherwise you're not going to know, like, you're going to follow the instructions for the website, but I'm doing it a little different. Okay, so, oops, let me close that out. Pull this up. Gabby, you don't have a Cricut. If you don't have a Cricut, do you have a cutting machine at all? Otherwise, you can definitely do this on your own without having a machine. I mean, you don't have to go as intricate. I'm going to show you something really quick. Yeah, you can do it without a machine as well, so don't worry. This one I had made last year. So this is like a boombox that I created last year. So if you've been following me for a while, you probably saw it at one point. So what I did with here is this was a box that I got for, I think, it's got down here. I think this was for the foil machine. So this was for a foil machine box, and I transformed it. So basically what I did is I painted the top. I love that it already had a handle here. I painted the top purple, and it's all dusty because it's been sitting on top of some stuff. But then I also cut out some paper, so I measured it out on the sides, on the front, and the back. And then I just cut out a bunch of pieces. You know, I looked at a boombox and looked at all the different pieces that it had, and I just die cutted some pieces. I used my cutter to cut out some pieces, and then I did a whole bunch of stitching and brads that I cut off the little prongs. I used some brads, and then I used some thickers. Liz, that's so cool. Thanks, Gabby. Super cute. Thank you. The boombox is amazing. Great way to reuse a box. Thanks. Yeah, so definitely. So if you don't have a machine, you can totally create your own thing. If you already have a box, you can decorate it, rethink it, repurpose it. Instead of just, you know, of course you would recycle it. I would hope that you would recycle it. But you can definitely rethink a box. If it's a really cute box like this, like it already has a handle and it's really nice. It's very sturdy. You can repurpose it, and you can definitely send some happy mail this way to someone. Thanks, Lucecita. So, don't worry about not having a machine. You can rethink boxes and just make it into something that you love. I didn't end up gifting this to anyone because I loved it so much, and it says Bidi Bidi Boom Boom. So instead of Bidi Bidi Bum Bum from the Selena song, I put Boom Boom because it's a boom box. But I just loved it, and it's used as decor in my craft room. Could probably do a TV out of even a cereal box cut down. Yeah, definitely, for sure. So my next 3D project, if you like, we can do something without using any machines. So don't worry about that. I'll make sure that we'll have something without any machines, just, you know, using a ruler, using a cutter. Don't worry about it. Gabby, it's all about being creative. Yes, for sure. That's like our thing, right? With paper crafting or anything like that, being creative, we have that in us. We don't have to rely on machines to do that. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yes, definitely. I will do that next time. Something without a machine. Yes, back to the basics, Liz. So I'm going to go over this particular SVG file first, and then we'll get to the fun part of putting it together and decorating it and all that. So when you receive it, I'm just going to go to, when you receive it, it's like this huge amount of pieces that you have to cut out. And what I end up doing, you can see I haven't used mine since like Christmas, my Cricut. What I end up doing is I separate the pieces. So they're not all bunched up. I have them all separate, like this. And what I also notice is that they have this design right here, this particular piece right here. I'll show you back on the SVG file. It's to decorate it like this with this like little jaggedy piece. I don't end up using that because I don't really need it. I particularly don't like that design, so I don't even cut that piece out. Oops. Yeah, so I don't even use this particular piece. I do use the rest of them right here. And what I end up doing, if I go to my projects, give it a second while it opens up. I first put all my pieces together because it comes really small, and you can of course enlarge it as big as you want. And what I do is I put them all together and then I highlight them all and enlarge them all at the same time. So that way I don't have to figure out, okay, is this piece going to fit correctly? You know, so enlarge them all at the same time, and then you can separate them. So when I hit print, or when I hit make it separates it into 2 batches, which is perfect because I like using, and it's hard to see it here, so I'm going to go back. Because it's dark on dark, you can't really see it. Okay, so you can see it better here on this white background. And I'm going to show you the pieces too that I cut out. So when I look at my particular design, and then also I have one that I already made for Halloween, so I was kind of going off, based off that, since I did have to do some alterations. I decide what my colors are going to be and what pieces I want to cut out in a particular color. And you can look, I will link that YouTube video in the description. I did a Halloween one. It's called You've Been Booed project, and it was a hop. And so I was looking at that so I can know, okay, which pieces lay where and which pieces I needed to cut out in a certain color. So this is more like my first initial base. So I wanted to cut that all out of one piece. And then the next section I cut out of a different color. So that's the second page. That's these two. These lay right on top. And the antenna. So I cut those out of a different color, and that's what's going to go laid right on top. The antenna I chose to cut out in yellow, so then I cut out another piece. And I cut that out in yellow. After I did that and cut out my pieces, I went back and cut them out all over again in a thicker kind of cardstock, this pink one, and that's just going to create some stability because when I first made this for the Halloween one, I just did it with one base and it was a little flimsy. Once you add all the pieces, it creates more stability, but I'm still going to double layer it to create even more stability. Since this is a box card, it has no bottom piece. It just basically ends up being like popped up and you can't really put anything inside. When I put it all together, I can see what particular size I have to go on the inside to create a bottom piece. And I kind of just eyeballed that, but we will do that together and I'll let you know approximately how I measure it and how what way I need to cut that bottom piece and how I need to fold it, etc. to create a bottom piece for my box. So it's no longer just the dimensional pop-up card, it's actually a goodie box that you can put stuff inside. So we will go over that. So this is the SVG. Again, I will go ahead and link that below at the end of the live. But if you want to look at it now, it's svgcuts.com and it's the vintage TB box card. So now that we've done that, we can move forward. So I'm going to go ahead and close this since we don't need that. Okay, and I'm going to face you guys down so you can look at my work table. That's too much. You guys see the... Okay, hold on. I hope you guys don't mind. I just wanted to show you guys that first. So I'm sorry for moving you around. But I wanted to make sure that I showed you guys the SVG file first before we move forward and basically what my method behind it is and my thought process. How are you guys doing? Still following along? Can you guys, is this a good position? It's a little crooked. Give me a second. There we go. Yes, you're doing good. Okay, what are you guys doing today? Are you guys just watching? No problem, Pixie. I'll be here. Are you guys crafting? Are you guys having your coffee? Okay, so again, I went over all the pieces with you guys. I don't know if you guys are gonna want me, Gabby, let's see what you said. My kid has a meeting with school, so I'm going to watch you from my TV. No worries, Gabby. Liz, been grocery shopping this morning. What a nightmare. I know. With us, especially with that just being said for California last night, I'm sure it's crazy today with people getting groceries. So luckily we have good amount. Maybe in about 3 or 4 days I'll go out to get some water for us. But luckily we're doing okay. No worries, Gabby. I know that you're there. Emma, I'm trying to order some boxes which are large letter size. That way I know how much postage to put on them. Ooh, okay. I know you're doing a lot of shipping right now. Your lives are super fun. So guys, if you don't follow Project Sparkle on Instagram or YouTube, she's been doing some really fun lives. So check her out as well. Super sweet. I love her creativity. Liz, it was milk that was difficult. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that it's getting difficult to get milk. We're not milk drinkers since I'm lactose intolerant, so I drink almond milk. And so far I didn't see a shortage in that. Okay. So I decided to go with this wood grain. This is actually, I believe, from Flourish. It was a like a ticket on one side and then wood grain on the other side. And I got this from Joann's and they're like loose leaf. So I'm using this as the base. So I'm gonna show you with this one. And then I'm using this one. This is actually from Willow Lane and it's gonna lay right on top. And this little wood grain piece goes on top here. So it kind of like does layers, which I think is really, really cute. Emma, thank you, Abby. YouTube has finally enabled the live function, so hopefully I can do one on here soon. Yay! That's good. All right, so you can start seeing like the layering process. I'm still not 100% sure if I'm loving this yellow for the antenna, but we will see. I think that once I decide like on like the screen and the back and what I'm going to be using for decorating purposes, I think it'll come together. This is like the screen size right here, but I'm probably going to trace this out of a different paper and cut it out for the back, and I'll just get glued right underneath all these layers. And like I said, I cut everything in this pink cardstock as well, so I can do layering to create more stability. Another thing is that I usually like sewing in my projects. So for the Halloween one, I did a lot of sewing, but I'm gonna ask you guys, you want me to do sewing on this? I'd have to do it off to the side here. Or do you guys think that we should just do no sewing and move forward with it? Because if you guys don't mind, I can do sewing, no problem. But it's up to you guys. Liz, you don't mind? Yeah, you guys let me know, because I'm going to be off to the side so I hope you guys don't mind that. It's so hard to do sewing. I don't want to keep moving you guys around with the camera, so I think that I could do it off to the side. And I'm relatively quick when it comes to sewing. If you've seen me before, I sew pretty quickly. Emma, whatever you like to do. Okay, so I think I'm going to do some quick sewing. Yay, you guys don't mind. Okay, so I think I'm going to do some quick sewing just because it gives a lot of love to these projects. It brings it up another level, as you guys saw with that boombox, which I'm going to bring again over here so you can see a little bit more detailed. So yeah, you can definitely see it a lot better. You see that there is a lot of stitching. Like I did a whole heck of a bunch of stitching on this. And I think it just does so much for this. I don't have any more gold like this, which is really, really pretty. But I have pink, so I think I'm gonna do it with pink. Thanks, Liz. And you're terrified of sewing. I think I remember you telling me, or somebody else said about like that you knew someone who stitched their finger or something. That is scary. Okay, so I'm gonna do some quick stitching. I am probably not gonna do any stitching on the pink. I will decide later on if I do. But I'm gonna start with this wood grain, and I'm just going to sew around the edges. I'll do a little stitching. Wait, I can't remember if this one, yeah. A little stitching around this border right here. And then a little stitching around the border here. And on the sides. So that won't be too long. Hi, Jean. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly do that. It shouldn't take me too long. Luckily, my sewing machine is right here. You guys probably saw it when I had it turned around. Liz, it was usually pins that I'd stab myself with. Oh, you know, it's funny. I don't use too many pins. But I can still read your guys' comments. So if you have any questions while I'm doing stitching, I can definitely answer them. Okay, I'm gonna get started here with the stitching. I was too lazy to tack. So yeah, any questions that you guys want to ask, could be related to paper crafting, something else, I'd be happy to answer. Liz, do you use the same machine for your dolls? Yes, I do. I use it for paper crafting and for my doll sewing. It's funny, I think I've broken like maybe 2 needles, but that's more with my dolls if I'm like stitching thick material. I've learned now to do a lot of hand stitching because yeah, I've broken 2 needles before, and that is scary. Jean, I'll have to play catch up. Is this an SVG cut file? Yes, it is. It's an SVG cut file from svgcuts.com, and it's a vintage TV box card that we're transforming into a goodie box. Liz, yes, I used to have that happen when I was making clothes. Yeah, the needle breaking. Okay, so this is what I have so far. And you can see it looks so much prettier when there's some stitching on there. I'm going to do a little bit more, but it ends up being layered like this. But you can see it looks so much prettier when there's some stitching on there. And then, if I remember correctly, this is going to get covered, so I'm not going to do stitching there. And this one, right, Liz? It looks so much prettier with the stitching. This one goes here. So I think I'm going to do some different color stitching on the pink just to do a little bit more on there. And then it does have these cute buttons, so I think I'm going to do some stitching around those as well. They're going to go on here. They're the control buttons for the TV. And then this is the little other little panel right here. So I'll probably do some stitching around those first before I switch colors. And as you guys know, I like doing my double stitch. I think it just shows up so much more, it's like a thicker stitch instead of a single stitching. I think it looks prettier. I've done the single stitching, and I think it's just not enough. Like, I feel like double stitching shows up a lot more on the projects. So what's your favorite collection to use with Maggie Holmes? For me, it probably has to be Willow Lane. I think it's just really, really pretty. I like Willow Lane, and I like, what's the other one? Chasing Dreams. With Love, Pixie, Willow Lane, and Flourish. Yes, Willow Lane I think is so pretty, and then Flourish I definitely love too. It's definitely a lot more darker in its colors, but I think if you bring out those lighter colors with other things like trim or whatever, it looks really, really pretty. I've done many projects before in the past with Flourish because a while back with Crate Paper I ended up winning one of their giveaways, which was the Flourish collection. And it was really fun to play with. Liz, you love Willow Lane. It's kitties and panda. Yeah, I know. That's why I love it, because it has like this kawaii element to it. Emma, Carousel? Yes, Carousel is really, really pretty. Everybody tends to really love Carousel. Loose. I really don't like Maggie Holmes. It's okay. There's some people who don't really care for it, and that's okay. I like certain things about it. There was a while where I kind of lost my mojo with Maggie, but I've recently started getting back into it. But I'm using collections that I like using. Like I said, these ones just really make me happy. Liz. Oh, why don't you like it? few. But you don't want the whole mob to come after you. I know lots of people who don't like Maggie. Honestly, it's the cute panda that sold me on Willow Lane. The colors are different from her normal. Yes, for sure. That's why I like it. That's why I like Willow Lane and Carousel. I like the brighter colors. Emma, I must admit I don't love the new collections. Me either. Honestly, me either. But I do, that's why I have like these ones that I gravitate towards. Okay, I'm going to do some of the stitching on the little circles, so this is going to take some concentration since they're so tiny. And I'm doing it by hand, like meaning rotating it by hand instead of the pedal. Loose, I like everything girly or magical. Yeah, that's why I would think you would kind of like the Willow Lane or Chasing Dreams. I think it has like a very whimsical, delicate vibe to it. As I'm loving Paige Evan and Pink Paisley at the moment. Yeah, they have really cute collections. I'm not crazy about the last two either. The silhouette is adorable as all get out, but meh. Yeah, they can be a little redundant or a little bit tired. Liz, ah, bless you, Lucecita. What I've been wanting to play with again is, what is it called? Is it Magical Girl? I can't remember, but it's the one with like the mermaid, the permaid, so the mermaid cats. It's been like 2 years since I played with that, but I have the digital collection. Loose, I kind of like Frank Garcia collection. See that? I don't really like Frank Garcia. I don't know. There's just something about it. I don't really care for those collections. I don't really gravitate towards them. They're too like shabby for me, like shabby chic. Like I don't know. I don't really gravitate towards that. I know a lot of people love Frank Garcia. But the Pixie Doodlebug has some cute collections too. Mm-hmm. Liz, yes, his is Frank's is very floral. I don't really know if I gravitate towards that too much. Liz, I'm more of a Michaels hot buy. Their newest hot buy paper pads are really cute. I love the tropical one. That one's really pretty with the animals in it, the safari kind of style. And then I like the bunny one. I think it was a bunny one or something with swans. It was really pretty. I wish I could grab both of those. Loose. All of the other collections like the Frank are too expensive. Yeah, they're pretty pricey. Sorry guys, I'm still on one circle and then I have one more to go. These guys are really tiny. Have to be very careful stitching around them. Yay, done with the first one. You agree that's your problem with Frank Garcia? It's too expensive? Liz, I've just bought G45 Safari Collection Edition. Ooh, I don't think I've checked it out. I really love like safari, tropical, and like tigers and zebras, like kind of like a more girly version of like a safari, like African safari vibe. Jean, when you say hand stitch, you're using your sewing machine, but just turning the dial one stitch at a time, or are you using a needle and thread? No, I'm turning the wheel one stitch at a time instead of using my pedal, because otherwise it would be like I don't have enough control, so I have to turn the wheel with my hand. Yes, thank you for answering, Liz. G45 had Masquerade one last year. I'm kicking myself for not getting it. Ooh, a Masquerade. Liz, you really need to check it out, Abby. It's very 20 style. Ooh, I'll definitely, if you can send me the link or a picture of it so I don't forget. But that sounds like a lot of fun. So here is my first circle. I have one more to go. But you can see it's such a tiny little thing, and it still isn't perfect, but if I had used the pedal, it would have just been a disaster. Thanks, Liz. Wow, it came out awesome, Abby. Thanks, Luz. So I've noticed that I have a lot of true people who've been coming on my live, so I really appreciate it. I'm remembering all these names. With love, Pixie, remind me what your name is, so that way I can start memorizing your name as well. I've never thought about turning the wheel. That makes so much sense. Much cleaner. They look great. Thank you. I think I learned that from oh, why can't I remember her name right now? Oh my goodness. Not Adriana. Who's the other one that does a lot of stitching on her projects? I know you guys know who I'm talking about. Brandy. Hi, Brandy. Yes, Liz. Stitching. Yes, Shara Crane. Thank you, Jean. Yes, Shara shared that she just turns the wheel for certain pieces, so that really helped. And Liz, yes, the stitching I love. I think it looks so much prettier. You taught that years ago. Yes, and it is Shara Crane. She's the one that talked about turning the wheel. And friends, if you stick through to the end, I don't know how I'm gonna be on here, but if you go and come back before the live ends, I'm planning on gifting this to one of you guys. Just so you know, I decided on that because I don't really have a plan for where this is gonna go. So I think it'd be cool. You guys have been joining me on a lot of lives lately, so I'm planning on gifting this to someone. The hand stitching is ideal for putting zips in. Ooh. Jean, how wonderful. Thank you, thank you. Of course, guys. You guys have been so fun and so supportive. Brandy, I like to make Ipsy bags for my son and did a Mickey Mouse head last year. Y'all, he looks like Rocky busted him up with some stitching. Circles are whack. You're too funny. Luz, it's true, girls. I really don't own any collections, only Michael's Hot Buy paper pads. That's totally fine. I love their paper pads. Brandy, that sweet lady. Of course, guys. I think, you know, a way to give back to you guys. You've been helping me so much and keeping me company. Luz, yay, it's going to be mine. So I'm glad you guys said yes to stitching, so I can do my best work on it. Now you're gonna all say, Jean, you're keeping us company too. Oh, well, I'm glad. Lewis, that's so sweet, Abby. No problem. But yeah, you guys are gonna tell me to stitch everything now. I wish I could play some music on here, but I'll be demonetized with YouTube if I do that. Can only do that on Instagram. I can't have copyright content in my video. Lose, stitch it all. Now you guys want me to stitch everything. So now you're like, okay, I'm gonna be extra patient now when she stitches. Almost done with this circle. The thing is with rolling this by hand, the little wheel, is that my wrist starts getting so tired. So I can't understand like Adriana and Shara when they do so much stitching on like small ephemera. Like that just takes a lot of patience. I'll show you guys a project really quick where I did that. Jean, I've made room on my desk for my sewing machine because of you, Adriana and Shara. Yay, I hope you do some sewing projects. But look at this one. So this is one where I was very inspired by Adriana and Shara. And I did the stitching everywhere. So I did stitching on the leaves, I did stitching on this bumblebee, which was crazy, on the house, the stars, this not tangerine, grapefruit. Down here, stitching on all these other pieces that are underneath. See, there's several pieces there that I did a lot of stitching, and a lot of it was by hand. And that is very tiring, very tiring. Takes a long time to do a project like this, but I loved how it turned out, and this is one of those projects that I decided to keep. Liz, I'm definitely going to be digging mine out of the cupboard. Yes, do some stitching. Wow, that's pretty full. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that one. I had a lot of fun with that project. There's also a little shaker there. So very inspired by them, but I'm also blown away by how much time and detail and love they put into their projects. Jean, would love a tutorial on how you stitch on the chipboard. Do you remove some layers to make it thinner? I don't normally do stitching on chipboard. I also I think what they do is they remove layers. I do stitching on like the ephemera pieces or cardstock, or sometimes on foam. But not necessarily on chipboard. If I have, I think I've removed layers in the past. Liz, you can use a denim leather needle, I think. Oh, okay. I never thought about changing the needles. And now I do have many different needles because of my dolls. But that's a good idea, is having a stronger needle for those sorts of things. Thanks for that, Liz. Okay, so I have these stitched, and it's coming along pretty cute. I think before I change the thread color, this is gonna go right on top. I'm gonna do some stitching. This is kind of thin, so I'm gonna try it and do some stitching around this border, and then do some stitching on this one so that there's pink, and then I'll switch the thread for these other pieces. Jean, sorry for such long questions, but appreciate the information. No, keep them coming, keep them coming. So while we're stitching, I love answering those questions. Okay, I'm gonna stitch on these guys and we'll switch the thread. And if there's ever a question that you have and I can't answer, I know one of the girls on here, like Liz, she's wonderful. She's really good at answering questions if I don't have the answer to it. So I really appreciate that. While I'm stitching, I'm going to put one of my dolls on here and you guys can look at her while I'm doing some stitching. So this is one that, here I'm going to put her sideways. This is one where I've used my sewing machine to make her, and I don't have any lessons or anything. I just went for it and made all sorts of things and painted her and stuff. So you guys can check her out while I'm doing some stitching over here. Brandy, your dolls are just amazing. Thank you. Luz, I'm gonna go share that you're alive, Abby. Thank you, Luz. I appreciate it. Liz, you should really create a pattern, Abby, for my dolls. I do a lot of just eyeballing. It's so hard to write down my steps. I try my hardest. Thank you, Luz. I appreciate it. Liz, I'd love to make some of my own. Yes. I know it's just so hard. I just eyeball so much, but I will try my best one day to put out a pattern. But she's part of my Christmas ones that didn't sell. I'm planning on listing them again during when the holidays come back up. Same with this one. I'm gonna put them next to each other. You used to do that when you made clothes? Yeah, you just kind of like, I just let my creativity run with it. So cute. Thank you. And I'll put this here. I want to leave you guys with stuff to look at while I'm stitching here. So you guys can see the different types of stitching. Look at pretty things while I'm stitching. Plus, you all are the ones that said you wanted stitching, because since I'm going to gift this to one of you at the end, I'm sure you guys want me to do a lot of stitching. Liz, what paint do you use on their faces? I use acrylic paint. If you want to know the specific type of acrylic paint, is Liquitex. So Liquitex acrylic paint in basics. So it's not super expensive. I get this from Michaels. And then like this giant tube will last me, I don't know, for years to come because their faces are so tiny. And then I also use the teeniest of brushes for the details. Like super small brushes. I think it has the size on here. I think it's where it says 20/0. But yeah, I use super small brushes for all those tiny little details. Brandy, I have no art skills to do a face. Don't say that. Like, it honestly, I also have no lessons in that as well. And it just takes taking it one step at a time. It's all about layers. It's what I've been learning. It's been improving as I go on. So it's just about adding layers, being patient. So I think anybody, you're capable of doing it. It's just a matter of having patience and practicing. Liz, cool, thanks. I'll check out my local hobby craft. No problem. I used to use fabric paints when I painted canvas shoes. Yeah, I think acrylic works really well, and these are display dolls, so they're not really meant for play. And it will last. It's not going to come off or anything. I was trying to find one of my other dolls, Brandy, when I first started, but I used to just do the eyes closed, like a little line with eyelashes, a little bit of blush, and the eyebrows, and just that. And it was just very simple, but it's been getting more layers as I go on. I'll leave these still here. I'm still stitching, but I was answering your guys' questions. Did you start with practicing on paper? I'd be devastated if I worked so hard, then I messed up the face. Well, before I made dolls, I would do canvas paintings. I would do watercoloring. I would do all sorts of things. So that definitely has helped over time to improve and then work on faces. I have messed up faces in the past. Like, for example, this one, I redid her face, so that's why there's more layering here. I had to redo her face. It wasn't very pretty. But thankfully, you know, you just add another layer. Or actually with this one, what I did is I used skin tone and I painted the entire face. I repainted, covered everything up, and started over again. So only you will know if you made a mistake. Would you have known that I made a mistake there? I don't think so. At least I hope not. I used to have to stitch faces on my rag dolls. I haven't learned how to do that. I think I would love to learn how to do that, or embroidery. Oh, I could probably do that. Eyes closed. Thank you. No problem, Brandy. Yeah, start off by doing the like sleepy eyes or that they're sleeping. Practice makes perfect, or close to perfect. Remember, Liz, I don't believe in perfection, but I do believe in improvement. Brandy, no, couldn't tell. See, it's just, you know, you make a mistake, figure out a way to improve it, and it's no big deal. Okay, so keep stitching away here. So I have the antennas to stitch still with this pink, and I'm going to switch the thread color to stitch on the pink parts. Thank you, Luz. Okay, move this out of the way. So here is that frame that I just stitched. So as you can see, there's some parts where I kind of like, it's stitched over a little bit, but that's fine. That's no big deal. I'm not stressing over that. Probably put it down at the bottom. So you can see that it's coming together little by little. This will go right here. We have our buttons. Oops. And this little panel right here. So it's definitely coming together little by little. So now I'm going to stitch this antenna. Once we finish all this stitching, we can start putting our box together. I'm going to need to fold certain sections so we can make the dimension parts and then figure out our bottom part that's going to make it into a box. Oh, and Liz, I wanted to show you what I use for my stencils for my dolls, and you're gonna laugh. I'm just grabbing them here. Okay, you ready, Liz? So, this is just as you can see, it was like an ice cream box, and I think this was like a packaging, like the cardboard or whatever. So this is the body of the doll that I just keep reusing, and as you can see, I eyeballed it. I just sketched it on some cardboard, cut it out, and this is what I use for the base of my doll. Then I have my arms, which now I make them longer, so I trace it and then I push it up and I trace more longer part of the arm. And then this is the leg. And then when I do close, I need to trace this on cardboard as well because this paper is getting really flimsy. I found a pattern for a romper online. So when I printed it, it printed it to the perfect size for my dolls. So this is what I end up using to create shirts, to create shorts, to create rompers. And yeah, this is first time I show this. This is what I use to make my dolls. So now you know my secret. Liz L, that beats my newspaper patterns. Brandy, hey, it works, love it, thanks. You know, that's what I use. There's no big secret. Liz, that's so cool. And like I said, I didn't know how to make a doll. I just was really inspired when I watched the movie Coraline and how the other mother at the beginning is making a doll. And that gave me ideas how you make one, you know? I just took it off based that claymation movie. And then I looked up some patterns for dolls and I made my own. You know, I decided to make my own mini patterns for dolls. I started off with larger dolls, about 20-inch dolls, and then I transitioned to these smaller, thinner ones. But I love this. You know, we're doing some stitching right now, so you guys ask all your stitching questions. Even if it's not about paper crafting, if you want to ask about the dolls, I'm open. Liz, I did that after watching Pretty in Pink. Does she make clothes, or what does she make in there? I don't know if I remember. I feel like I've watched that movie, but not 100%. Brandy, I think it's great. Your other mother Insta inspired me so much. My Pinterest is loaded. I'm glad that it inspired you. Liz, she makes her own clothes. Yeah, in the movie, I think it's called Enchanted. Um, she also makes clothes out of the drapes, and I think that's really funny. I've made my clothes twice. I made myself some lounge pants and a skirt. That's as far as I've gotten with clothes for myself. It's a fantastic movie. I'll have to check it out. I think I've seen it, but I really don't remember. Or if I did, it's been a long time. This little antenna is driving me nuts. There's some parts that are not stitching correctly, but it's okay. No big deal. You made your wedding dress. That's awesome. That's so cool. Molly Ringwald and Andrew McCarthy. I am no good with artist names, but I think Molly Ringwald. Is she the one that's in 16 Candles? Or I could be totally wrong. Wolfie would, my husband would start laughing because he's like, no. It's like, you're terrible with names. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Okay, so I have one more side of the antenna. Yes, okay, yay! I did good. He would be so proud. I'm so bad at names. She's a pretty redhead. Yes. Okay. So yeah, I think I've seen Pretty in Pink. Because I've seen all those movies. It's just probably been a long time. What's the director's name? I forget. He's the one that made all those movies. I love his movies. You guys probably know what his name is, the director. John Hughes. There you go. I think my favorite movie of his, of John Hughes, is The Breakfast Club. I love The Breakfast Club. Alright, so here's the antenna. I'm going to switch out the thread so we can do the stitching around the pink. You guys are hanging in there. I know it's a lot of stitching. But it's gonna look really cute. Liz, I just pulled out my video. He also did St. Elmo's Fire. Yes. And then you love Breakfast Club too? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna switch out my thread to a different color. Probably blue, since it's what I have handy. Or should I do purple? No, it'll blend in too much with that pink. What do you guys think? Should I do, for the pink, should I do blue thread or should I do white thread? Don't you forget about me. That's right, Pandy. So, blue or pink for the, blue or white for the pink? Split between white and blue. White. Emma says white. So we have 2 white and 1 blue. Brandy, you switched it. Okay, so let's see. I think, is there blue in the collection you're decorating with? Yes, let me see. So let me move this out of the way. That's a pretty blue. If so, then go with blue. Yeah, so there definitely is some blue pieces, so you can see the little bird. There's some, it just depends what we're gonna use, but like this little bird over here, there is blues. Okay, so sounds like you guys like blue, so I'm gonna go with blue then. So we'll just have to make sure to use an ephemera or chipboard piece with blue to tie that in together. And this thread is a vintage thread from like the 50s that I got at an estate sale. I got a whole kit, like that person's like sewing kit. So I have a lot of vintage thread. That's why it's like old. Just threading my machine. Okay, so now I'm going to do the stitching. I'm going to do stitching around here in this little square, and then I'll probably do some stitching on, do I want to do stitching there? I might do some stitching. let me see how this lays out on here first. Yes, I'll probably do some stitching on the border here and then do some stitching here. So do some stitching around the border, do some stitching here. Sorry, I'm out of frame. Here, around the border, and then for this one, I'll do some stitching here and then around this bottom or back square too. Randy, vintage is life. I've been collecting vintage items too. I know, I love them. And I got a whole kit, like a big kit, for like $2.50. And it had so much thread inside of it and all other things. Okay, so I'm going to do that stitching and then we'll be done with stitching. Stop, what a steal. I know. It was like a 50, like on Sundays it's usually 50% off from the original price. And they had it for $5 and I got it for $2.50. So, like, let me show you. There's some of my thread in there too, but this is just the thread. There is a whole bunch of other stuff in there as well. Loads of thread, loads of colors. I probably could have done yellow as well, but hey, we're doing blue now. But yeah, so if you're just joining, we're making a vintage TV box. And at the end of the live, I will be gifting this to someone. So it's gonna probably take us a little while. So if you can't be here the entire time, totally fine. You can come in and out. But yes, I will be gifting this. It's a Willow Lane vintage TV box that I will be gifting to someone. Liz, when this corona thing dies down, I'm going to go around and check out my charity shops for thread. Yeah. I miss estate sales, so I can't wait to be able to go to estate sales again. So we have, you can see the blue right here. I wanted to show you guys. I'm still gonna do it right here. But I love how that looks. I think the blue is a good choice. You don't have things like that at estate sales? Yeah, so basically they're like garage sales, or what do you guys call them? Like trunk sales, I think they call them over there. And we have garage sales, so people sell things from their house, and then there's estate sales, and that's where they're selling everything in the house. Excuse me. Randy, me too. There's something about rummaging through drift shops. The smaller towns are the best, in my opinion. Car boots. Yeah, I think I thought it was like something like that. Definitely complements the blue. Yeah, it's really pretty. You haven't been to a car boot in years. I don't have a car anymore, so it's difficult. I see. I get you. We were also down to one car, so if my husband was working, I couldn't really go to them either. Unless my mom wanted to tag along. Okay, so once I'm done with this one, we only have one more to go. And we'll be ready to start putting this box together. So here is this one. I'm gonna layer this so you guys can see. Sorry, that noise is my my light on the top hitting my stand for the camera, the tripod. There we go. And this will go right on top. This goes down here. And of course I'm going to be using foam squares for like these buttons and stuff. But yeah, so that's how that's looking so far. I'm just gonna stitch this one and we should be good to go to getting starting putting it together. Want to layer this so I know exactly where I need to do the stitching here. That looks really good. Thanks, Liz. And there's this one, and now I'm just going to do the stitching here. Do I want to do stitching there? Yeah, I think so. We'll just do some stitching. Here I'm debating, do I want to do stitching? What do you guys think? Should I do stitching around this, or do you think we're good? Because this is the back, so I'm not sure. Like, I'll add my little name tag right here, but I think we're good not adding stitching on the back. But it's up to you. What do you think? Should I add some stitching there, or should I leave it as it is? Decisions. Sorry, I'm like off frame. So leave it as is, so no stitching around here, right? I think that's good. I think we're good as it is. Stitch, Jean. Stitch everything. Okay. We'll do a quick stitching right here. You've convinced me. We're almost done anyways for the stitching. That'll be the last little bit that I stitch. Oops. I got a tangled up thread here. Give me 1 second. I know why. Because we're basically down to the last little bit of thread here. So I need to rethread a bobbin really quick. But I think you're right. I think that looks really pretty. And I'm going to rethread this bobbin. I think rethreading bobbins are like my least favorite thing. I mean, they don't take very long, but it's the initial little bit that bugs me. At least we still have thread in that color. The worst is when you run out and you're like, oh no, I'm out of that color. That's the worst. It's happened to me before, and then I have to stop the project and wait till I get more of that thread. Loose, what did I miss? Nothing much. I'm just doing the stitching. I'm finishing up. I just have this one to finish and we'll be ready to put it together. Liz, Abby's still stitching around the edges. Yes. Awesome. Sorry my mom called. No worries. You can come in and out as you like. When it's straight edges like that, I can just go through it really quick to stitch it. That's not that hard. That's why you hear my machine going faster. It's because it's a straight edge and I can just go as fast as I want. So there we go. Brandy convinced me to stitch that part. I was debating about stitching that back piece, but I think it was a good idea. I think it looks really pretty. But now my OCD is kicking in and I want to stitch this part, the under part with the pink. Oi, see Brandy, see what you did there? Aw, Luz, your mom calls you every day. That's so sweet. Okay, guys. Ladies, what do you think? Should I just ignore my OCD and not stitch this part right here? Or should I stitch it? I could probably just cheat and just stitch the top and these little corners here. Do it! Oh, Brandy, you're terrible. Oh my gosh. Okay, at least it's only a tiny little bit. Go with it, honey. You guys are funny. I hope you guys don't get I hope you don't get offended that I keep saying guys. I'm just used to that. Brandy, stitch all the things. Liz, she's demanding. Hey, well, it's for one of you, so I don't mind at all as long as you all don't mind. Hold on, I'm rethreading my machine with the pink thread. Loose stitch, stitch, stitch. That's what we're doing. So I'm sorry if this part's a little boring. If you're not watching live and you're rewatching, you can skip this part if you want. I usually don't record this because I know it's a long process sometimes. So yeah, we're live, but I'm talking to the people who are rewatching. Hey you, how you doing? I know it's not live right now, but hello. They're all laughing at me. I'm sorry, it's probably the coffee. I'm being weird. Jean, I love hearing the sound of the machine. Some ASMR for you this morning with Abby. Stitching some paper. Brought to you live from San Diego, California. Sounds like an answering machine. Hey, I did work for a period in my life when I was younger in a call center. So I have that voice down pat. I thought that was normal. my gosh, Luz. Oh, Abby, you have a sexy voice. Oh my goodness, I thought it was my professional voice. Not that kind of profession. You guys are too funny. Luz, I hear myself and I'm like, no. I used to feel the same way. Like my recorded voice, I'm like, it's so weird, but I'm used to it now. I don't know if you watched The Emperor's New Groove, and when Yzma gets turned into the cat and she's talking, she's like, is that my voice? Is that my voice? That's how I feel when I'm recording. I'm like, whoa, sounds so different. I used to thought I had like a deeper, manlier voice. Like it sounds deeper in my head. And then when I hear the recording, I'm like, holy crap, I sound like a 14-year-old girl. Almost there. I have one more little corner. All because Brandy wanted me to stitch all the things. I may need to go get some water here pretty soon. You guys are making me talk so much. Oops. I know what you mean. Brandy just laughing. Do you guys want to hear my professional voice? I still remember my spiel for when I worked at a travel agency. And we would all have to use a different name because it was called Agent Power. His name was Alex. So he'd be, when I would have to call, or when I'd have to answer the call, I'd have to be like, hi, welcome to Avoya Travel. This is Alex. How may I direct your call? Brandy blaming it on my OCD, but you encouraged it. Remind me not to go to you when I'm like, okay, I'm trying to kick this habit. No way, look. My whip is in Texas. My whip is in Texas. All right. Are you happy, Brandy? Are you happy? So you see, I cheated. I'm only doing the exposed sections. But yeah, that looks really pretty. Thank you, Brandy. We should all thank Brandy that she convinced me to do the stitching there. I'm sorry I'm back. Had to disappear to go and watch today's news update. What have I missed? Not much. We just finished stitching everything, so we're going to move forward with assembling the box. So just in time, Emma. Brandy, OMG, that's so beautiful. Thank you. Liz, she's an enabler. Yes. Do not take her to your AA classes or your habit kicking classes because she ain't going to be any help. Brandy, I'm a good armor. All right, so we can move on now. Let me just adjust myself, sit up for a little bit, and actually I'm gonna go get a water. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. My voice is sounding all weird. Hold on. Sorry. My voice is sounding all weird. Swear I'm not sick. Well, at least you guys are on the other side of the camera, so don't worry. Okay, so I am back. I had some water. I cleared my throat. Maybe I should change it to with love, crack, get to it. You're talking about your name? Okay. Liz, I've got the news on the background, Emma. You guys are too funny. Okay, so now that we have this going, we are going to do some, where's my, why did I forget the name of it? My board that does the, not perforating, but, oh man, I can't remember the name. You guys probably will remember. Scoreboard! I looked at it and I remembered the name. Some scoring. Yeah, I remembered as I was going, so you guys probably heard me in the back. Scoreboard! I'm gonna do my scoring here. Y'all too late, I figured it out. Emma, I should have done that. I'd much rather watch this than the news. Okay, so I'm not scoring this one, but I'm just trying to figure out where I need to score. Concentrating. Feel like my stomach's gonna growl. Okay, so I'm gonna score right there. See what I mean about eyeballing, guys? I have to really think. When I do tutorials on YouTube, I really have to write down and think about my process because I do a lot of eyeballing. Oh, you guys are getting your pubs shut down? Liz, we had that like a few days ago. Now the entire state of California is on lockdown or shelter in place, stay at home, unless it's a necessity, for necessity reasons. So you guys can see we're starting to get our dimension there. So that one's good. Randy, Abby, does that mean the grocery stores are closed too? No. Grocery stores, laundromats, of course, hospitals and clinics are open. Gas stations are open. It just means that you shouldn't go out unless it's for a necessity. I think Joann's and Michael's are still open, but for pickup only. So you order online and you can pick up from what I saw. Luce, I don't really see news. It's only bad stuff, so I'm staying away from it. No, I hear that. You do what you have to do for your own sake. I only watch if there's like an update from the governor. I'll watch to see what that is, like the lives. But other than that, it freaks me out. I did that last night to myself for the first time where I full on had a meltdown. I read a story, someone shared it. I'm not going to tell you guys because I don't want to cause anxiety, but I read it and it caused me loads of anxiety. So I rather just listen to what I need to adhere by, and then don't listen to the other things. Just, you know, whatever I need to know, as in how to do day by day, but not the other things that are just going to fuel fear and panic. Emma, yeah, all social places basically. I'm pleased in a weird way because at least it keeps people spark. Yeah, I get you. That's how we are here too. We're at least hopefully this is going to slow down things and not, you know, and hopefully it won't last for long, these sacrifices. Okay, so I'm going to move these little pieces out of the way because I don't need those right now. I just need these ones so I know where I'm going to do my scoring. Brandy, girl, I'm daily on alert trying to get through this mess and just trying to find food and necessities. I know, I hear you. Things are gonna get better. Don't worry too much. Liz, that's what we just had, Abby. The PM has been advising us of what's going on. Mm-hmm. Jean, I get to spend quality time with my cat. Yep. Our animals are probably like, wow, you guys are home a lot. I have my cat Sally and my husky Coda. Luz, they closed everything here, all the casinos. I would have never thought they would do that, but our government was so mad because people thought he was crazy by shutting down the casinos. I know, some tremendous things are happening, but I think it's all for a good reason. You know, it's all for our safety. Okay, so I ended up, see what I mean? Even though I made them all bigger, I still have this one's slightly smaller than the front piece, but it'll be fine. I'm not stressing. Okay, so I'm going to score as close as I can to this little edge right here. Liz, you had trouble getting kitty litter? Yeah, everything's getting a little tricky right now, but I have a good feeling that things are gonna get better once everybody's over this initial panic. I've heard from some of the stores here that have stock that not to worry, they have plenty of stock. There's no worry about that stuff. It's just the initial panic buying that people are doing. Jean, it is. Besides, I saw a post on Facebook that said something to the effect that crafters have been in training for this. Yeah, I've seen that too. Where it's like, I saw a meme that said, okay, there's two friends talking. One friend says, so what are you going to do during this stay at home? What are you going to do? And the other friend says, I'm going to be crafting, painting, you know. And then the other friend says, well, what are you going to do when you run out of supplies? And then the crafter friend starts laughing uncontrollably. It's like, hi, like, run out of supplies, right? Yes, Jean, we get to use our stash. I know, right? That's what I'm doing too. That's why I'm using my Maggie. I haven't used Maggie in a long time, but it is I gotta use it, you know. And if I end up running out of supplies, honestly, I am going to be impressed because I have a lot here at the house. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do the Liz, I don't have Facebook. It's probably for the better. You really don't need it. There's too much crazy going on there. Liz, I told my hubby if we run out of toilet paper, have a lot of... Yeah, I've heard of that too. Hey, before you use your pretty paper, use that crepe paper that you have. That kind of is more like toilet paper anyways. Ah, I'm covering some of the stitching over here. That's okay. We cover it a little bit. Maybe I'll put something right here, like the panda or something that'll cover that up, that I accidentally covered the stitching, but that's okay. No big deal. Okay, so now that I have those pieces, I'm going to do the same thing with my base pieces here. The ones that are going to help, the cardstock that's going to help with the stability. Plus it's going to make it all one color on the inside. Loose, yeah, use the crepe paper first. Liz, I have about 30 plus years worth of craft supplies. You're set. Okay, so I'm gonna match pieces here so that I can do my scoring in the same spot. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, I'll do these ones now. Liz, my cross stitch might just get done. Ooh, I've never done cross stitching. I wanted to, one of my goals is that if and when, because I believe that it's going to happen, that we're going to get pregnant one day, I want to take up crocheting, because I want to crochet booties and hats and stuff like that for our baby. Luce, I like your scoreboard. Where did I get it? So this scoreboard I think I got from Michael's. It is from We Are Memory Keepers, and it's the trim and scoreboard from We Are Memory Keepers, and I think I've seen it at Tuesday Morning also. It's really big. I could like open it up and it extends even more, but because I have a small space right now with my tripod, I'm just using it folded as it is. Liz, I've been sewing etc. since I was a child. That's really nice. As a kid, I learned how to do embroidery, like on the embroidery circles. I forgot. I learned how to do basic stitching, like hand stitching for repairing, from my mom, which definitely has helped with other things. What else did I learn as a kid? I learned crocheting as a kid too, but I totally forgot. I didn't, you know, keep up with it. Okay, so there's that piece. And then we have one more, this one, to score. And again, this is all going to help with stability, make it a little sturdier. And clearly, as you can see, I just eyeball. I have a mark on my scoreboard that I put to do lines like that. What do you mean? Not sure if I'm understanding. Okay, so that is all our scoring. Okay, so now before I decide to do that bottom piece that I was telling you, I'm going to start putting this together with glue. Like all these pieces to create that stability, I'm going to start adhering them all together. And then I think I'm going to bring this up a little bit, my tripod, so you guys can see things a little better. I think that works. Yeah. Okay, so now we're just going to start gluing this stuff down. I'm going to be using the same glue you guys have seen before to start gluing all these pieces together, like basically the cardstock bottom piece with the actual top piece. Gonna use this one because it has more. So yay, we can start seeing this 3D project starting to come together. That makes me happy. Hold on. Before I start gluing this together, because I'm doing this based off memory, I'm going to look at my my box first. This is the back. To make sure that I'm doing this correctly. Yeah, so this goes at here, here. Oh, and then we have our other back piece. I gotta make sure I'm doing this correctly. This goes here, and when this goes placed here, it's going to... See, I thought so. Why am I... There's an edge here that's missing. What did I do wrong? Ta-da, ta-da. Is this right? Okay, so to fix that, because for some reason, I'm glad I did this first, because I needed to figure this out. This is the front. So this goes at here, here. This goes, for some reason, this part, this should have been like this. But I know that doesn't go towards the back. I'm missing a little flap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a flap of my own. Let me read your comments. Liz, so that always scores on the same line. I used to score things that weren't even so my lines would jump. So I penned one score line so I could be even top and bottom. I've done that before. Liz, what crafts do you specialize in? Not sure if I've explained that well. No, you did. I've done that before. Okay, so I'm going to use this little piece that I don't need to help with that, because I'm not sure. I think I missed the step, because this is supposed to have something here to connect the flaps, and I don't know what I did wrong, but we're just gonna roll with the punches. What if I turn it around? I think like it'll be fine, because this is going to get glued here like so. This will be down towards the bottom, and then this one gets glued here, but for some reason this flap, there should have been a flap here, and I don't know what I did, but that's okay, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one, and problem solved. No big deal. This will help with that. So I'm not stressing. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm going to be using this one to create the flap there, and it'll connect it. So problem solved. Okay, so now I'm going to start gluing these things together. I had to make sure I figure that out first. So I'm going to start gluing these pieces. So if that happens to you, it shouldn't, because I don't remember that happening last time. You can always use one of those excess pieces to create that missing flap if that happens. It shouldn't though. I don't remember that happening. I think I did something wrong, but it was an easy fix. All right. I'm just gonna put together piece with piece first before I put together the box. I like that you're talking within each other, amongst each other, about what crafts you guys make. Like I said, right now I'm just gonna glue all these bases together, and then we can put together our 3D vintage TV box. Oh, that's not glued together yet. Where's the one that I did glue? No, that is glued. Getting lost here. Okay. I'm so excited to decorate this. It's gonna be super cute. And then, like I said, if you stick to the end, I'm going to give this away to one of you. Hopefully they don't shut down like United States Postal Service. But if it does, I will save it until I can ship it. And I'm going to try to do, if I can do shipping here from home, because honestly, I don't think I'll go out to the post office. Usually I can create my shipping label here and then my post lady picks it up. But yeah, so hopefully I can. Otherwise I will save it for whoever wins. Liz, can't wait to see what you do. Thanks, I know, I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. Ah, got glue on myself. Yeah, I do voices. Woofy, my husband is used to them. My different voices. Yep. So clearly I didn't score this one correctly. I'm gonna let that dry and then I can rescore that little piece. Okay. Now, glue this one. I'm going to use my other glue that's thinner. Gabby, you have, hey, hi Gabby, you're back. Well, at least for commenting. You have a lot of mail to pick up. Luz, I try to do hair accessories, embellishments, mini albums, shadow boxes, binder mail, pocket letters. I think that's about it. That's a lot. Liz, wow, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of crafting. Multi-talented. Oof, my tummy started growling. Again, I'm gluing two pieces together for stability. Yeah, I knew you were watching from your TV, Gabby, so you're back to commenting. Gluing this together. So what should we do for how we give this away? What do you think we should do? Should we just do the guess a number thing? Should we do trivia? Any ideas? All right. Luce, I'm so excited for this TV. I know, it's gonna come out really cute. At least I hope it does. I think it is. We're taking our time with it. How long have we been live for? Can anybody update me? Ooh, actually, it's 11:06. We got on here at 9. It's been 2 hours? Holy Toledo! Where did the time fly? My goodness. 2 hours. Holy moly. Sorry, guys. These kind of projects take time, so I'm so sorry. I think next time I'm going to just put names in a hat of everyone who wants to enter and then pick one out. That's a good idea. Again, sorry you've been here on for a while. You probably can expect that we're going to be on for another hour because of decorating and all that. I know some of you don't mind. I don't mind. I love hanging out with you guys. Oops. I love hanging out with you all, so I don't mind at all. But I feel bad about taking up so much of your time. Oof, there goes my tummy. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Liz, no problem. It's great fun. Yay. Brandy, I've missed all the things. My phone has been non-stop. Oh, you haven't missed too much. I'm just gluing the pieces together. We haven't glued it all. Oh, it's okay, Abby. We enjoy it. Well, I'm glad, Luce. Like, I don't mind. I don't mind at all, but, like, again, it's, like, taking up a lot of time. But for me, it's good for me, personally, because I'm not watching news or anything like that. I'm just focusing on crafting, having a good time, getting my mind off of things. This one, make sure it's centered. Gabby, I enjoy watching you craft and communicating with you all. I'm glad. Okay, I'm glad that you guys enjoy it. That makes me feel better. Liz, it's a bit like going along to a craft group. Yes, that's exactly what my intentions were with these lives. It's just hanging out, you know, stress-free. Chatting, creating friendships. Brandy, same. I would much rather be zoomed into this crafting goodness than anything else. Yep, for sure. Okay, so we have these. I'm going to pick a paper because this is gonna fit right here, but I don't want this one because it'll match that. I'm going to pick a paper to cut out to put back here as our background. I'll have you guys choose with me. I have the big paper pad, so I'm going to try to do this. Okay, so you guys can see. Where should I put this one? We'll put it here on the side so you can see the colors. Actually, that won't work. Here, we'll do this. Hold on. Totally stress-free, yep. Gabby, have you or anyone here been to Frank Garcia Studio? How's the experience? I've been once. And it was fun. It's a little tight, but it was a lot of fun. I love what they do with groups and stuff, how you can use what you paid for your group or whatever, the cost. You can use that towards shopping. So that was pretty fun. They're a little strict in certain things, but it was still a lot of fun. As in, you have to have a mat. you have to have one of these mats in order to craft. Okay, do you guys like this one? Should we make this musical note one as our background? I kind of like that. We either have that music note one. I don't want it to be too busy because we already have a lot of pattern. We have this heart. So I think this works better so you can see. We have this heart one. I think I like the music note one better. We have this black and white one. I don't think this floral one will work. It's too busy. We have this pretty pattern right here. We have this one that'll pull in some of that blue. We have this one. That one's kind of cute. Oops. We have this one. What do you guys think? Do you like, I'm between this one or the music note. So I'll give you two choices, the music note or this one. So one music note or this pretty one right here. Let me know. Luz is saying for the music note one. Brandy, I think, is saying this one. Liz is saying music note. I think that looks really pretty. The music note or this one. This one would make it more bright. Oh, and don't forget the antenna is yellow. Oh, the other blue one. Okay. The music is dope too. Brandy, dope. Wonder what blue one you were talking about. Let me see. Oh, I think you were talking about this one. All right, so this one or the music note. And our antenna is this yellow. Oops. Come with your whip. So now that the yellow antenna is there, either this one, and I'm going to move it over to the music note so you can see it one more time. Music note. Okay, everybody's saying music note. All right, it's going to be music note then. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out. Again, I'm just going to eyeball it here. Because this is going to get glued on the back anyway, so it doesn't have to be cut all perfect. We twisted Randy's arm now. I'll probably glue this on the back Actually, let me find my pink paper that I had. I'm gonna cut out some of this pink construction paper to glue on the back of this one. Oof, there goes my tummy. Hungry. Okay. So I'm gonna glue this together here. And I love that it's gold foiled and like kind of like embossed. It's a good choice. We'll have to pull out that gold color when we decorate it. Luce, you should eat something. I will. I'm gonna drink some water. I'll eat something right now, don't worry. At least I'm staying hydrated. And Brandy, I imagine some of us have our snacks. You should too. Okay, I will go eat something once I adhere this to the front part, okay? Promise. I'll grab something so I can bring it over here. I promise. The paper's pretty. Yes, it's so pretty. I love it. Look at that. So cute. Good choice, y'all. Liz, you better or we'll send Brandy around with the whip. That other one sounded more like a gun. I can't even do the noises anymore. Pew, pew, pew. Brandy, can't we just share the whip? It's too much for Brandy. She doesn't want to be the only law around here. Liz, oh, but you're so good at it. See, Brandy, you've been dubbed the law around here. You've been dubbed the law enforcement. So hungry she can't make that noise, y'all. She needs some food. Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, I was able to do a cowboy voice. Or maybe that's just me getting delirious. Gabby, she's laughing. What'd you think? Would you give me, out of 1 through 10, what rating would you give me for my cowboy voice? Brandy, this is so much responsibility. I don't know. Am I ready for it? With great power comes great responsibility, Brandy. You're very right. Liz, I'm crying with laughter here. You all gonna get me to that point here pretty soon. My UK friends are probably like, man, Southern Californians are weird. Y'all, I'm dying. Here I'm just still finger. It should be ready. Luz, OMG, you guys are too funny. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, I think I've composed myself here. Okay, that was good. That was really good laughter, much needed. I love it, it's so pretty. Okay, before I do that, I want to adhere this on here first. So you didn't tell me. Are you guys not wanting to rate my cowboy voice? Otherwise, guys, I'm gonna start getting embarrassed. I'm gonna do my voices anymore. Liz, it's the best way to be. Yes, laughing. It's much needed right now. Brandy, I'm going to need to dig through my old Bachelorette and find the true whip. Oh my gosh. Brandy, you're gonna have to put a whip on as your picture. Liz, oh no, we love your voices. No, they're embarrassing. I can't believe that I'm doing voices with you. This is on the internet forever. Brandy, talk about confusing the crafty community with a whip. Oh my goodness. Invite your friends, y'all. Tell them we have a good time here. No alcohol needed. Liz, yes. Oh man. This is coming together, so cute. Brandy, no way, it's so much fun. The voices mean you're comfortable with us. Yes, I am. Liz, that's so true, Brandy. Liz, do your cowboy voice again, Abby? Nope. Nope. Only when I feel like it. You guys will hear other voices, don't worry, most likely. But if I think about it, it's not gonna happen. It is not gonna happen. This is coming out so cute. I mean, do I really, really want to gift it to one of you? I'm just kidding. I will gift it to one of you, don't worry. Brandy, that's fine, Luz, we can just rewind later. Oh my gosh. That's why I told you it's on here forever. You guys will just screen record or whatever, do a little snippet of that part and blast it all over Instagram. Liz, I forgot we could do that. Liz, say there's a snake in my boot. Abby, no! Just stop. I'm not gonna do Woody. Oh my goodness. Y'all are too much. Can you see it coming together? It's so cute. Brandy, be my next ringtone. Oh man, no. Just stop. Liz. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Oh man. It's okay, maybe I'll do a portion for you guys of a wake-up call. You can do that as your alarm. Good morning, good morning. Da, 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 da. Oops, sorry. That's so true, Brandy. Thank you. About rewinding. Oh no, you guys are gonna all be rewinding. Sorry, concentrating. Gotta concentrate. This is a little strip. I'm not even drinking, guys. This is me sober. Brandy, only because we enjoy your company, Abby. Well, I appreciate it. You guys are taking my weird and all, so I appreciate it. Others are probably like, not me, not for me, thanks. And that's cool. I'm not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. And I don't mind. It's like Ada says the same thing, you know? I enjoy her being silly with everyone and not caring. Some people are gonna think it's weird, and that's fine. You know? They don't have to listen. Brandy, it's called high on life, man. Yep, that's my favorite kind of high. No booze needed when you're having a good old sober fun. Mm-hmm. Liz, who needs alcohol? Yeah, alcohol who? Liz, we all are weird, so don't worry. Ain't that the truth? What do you guys think? Isn't it cute? It's coming together. It's coming together. Woohoo. Okay. I'm going to adhere this. Loose, awesome, living it. Thanks. Thank you. Brandy, truth, loose. I mean, only today did I discover I have the power. I have the power. Do you know where that's from? Maybe that should be my trivia. Jean, I'm loving it so far. So cute, says Liz. Thank you. Here. Luce, is it Shira? I thought it was something else. I think the notes really tied in nicely. Yes, I love the music notes. Super cute. He-Man! There you go. Liz got it. Don't worry, that's not my trivia question. I was just wondering if you knew where that's from. I think it's He-Man, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's He-Man. Or he has his, yeah, it's He-Man. Because I'm seeing a guy with his fist up. Brandy, I only know the song from He-Man. Hello, my hubby sings it all too often. Well, Shira is his sister. I think you're right. That's why I was like, wait. But I think it's He-Man. I'll get glued like this. And then we decided we're going to use this piece here. So I'll adhere that right now. It's coming together. Before I glue them together though, we're going to figure out our bottom piece that's going to make this into a goodie box instead of a pop-up card. A box card. Liz, I'm sure it is. It's when he pulls a sword from his back. Yes, exactly. See, I was thinking of a sword, but I didn't know if I was thinking of Thundercats. Thundercats. I was born 1990, but I knew or watched a lot of these 80s cartoons. Luce, I remember my brother used to watch He-Man and I used to watch She-Ra after. Woohoo! Look at that, friends. It's coming together. So remember, I'm going to figure out that bottom piece first, figure out how much space there is between this, and then I'll cut that piece out and we'll move on from there. I am going to adhere this portion right here though. Liz, you grew up in the 80s. Luce, it's coming along so beautifully. That's so neat. Thanks. I think it came out really cute. Can't wait to decorate it with some ephemera or chipboard. It's gonna really bring it to life. And then after I add the buttons and stuff, I'm going to run over, get myself a quick thing to eat, bring it over here, and then we can figure out that bottom portion, the bottom piece. Because remember, that's not part of the SVG file. The SVG file is just for this like box card. I'm going to I have to figure out the measurements for that and then cut it. Brandy, I'm loving that. Thanks, it's coming along really, really cute. I wonder who's gonna end up winning this. That'll be exciting. Liz, have you thought of using tack on the back of your chipboard instead of peeling off the back paper? Yeah, but it tends to get, I'm pretty messy crafter, so I rather just take off the sticky part than having to use this powder that I might get everywhere, more than likely. Loose me! We will wait and see. Okay, so now I'm just going to put down these little buttons and stuff, and then I'm going to go grab myself a quick bite to eat. Okay, so get my foam squares and foam circles. Yeah, pretty soon we're gonna get to the fun part, which this all has been fun, but the decorating part, which is my most favorite. Brandy or baby powder could work too with making it not sticky. Yeah, I've heard of that. I just haven't really, you know, like I said, I'm a messy crafter, so I feel like I'd get it everywhere. There we go. Place this down here. Liz, or the EK Success Powder tool. You know, I do have a little, like a little pillow that does powder. I probably could use that. Brandy, they sell a little tool, but yeah, I have that. I do have that little pillow thing. I use that for embossing. So that's a good idea. I may use that. That's the powder tool, Brandy. Yeah, I have that tool. See, you can see the little TV all come together. Isn't that cute? And of course it's going to be our dimensional project. Look at that. How cute is this? And of course it's very stable because we added that cardstock. We double layered it. And then right now I'm going to figure out that bottom piece, but I'm gonna go get myself a quick snack and then we'll do that and then we'll move on to decorating it. So I will be right back. I'm gonna grab myself a quick snack. I'm back. I'm gonna eat a Pop-Tart. Brandy, that's right. Mine is just a different brand, I think. I'm talking about the tool. You guys are loving it so far. Eat my Pop-Tart, don't mind me. Okay. Now I'm gonna figure out this base down here. Get my ruler. Where'd I leave your ruler? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I have my ruler. So I can figure out how wide it is here at the bottom. Okay, we're looking at about 2 inches, but I'm going to cut out 3 inches and I'll show you why. And then for the width, 7 inches. So here I have my paper. Emma, I got one on Amazon. It's EK Tools one. Mine is a Recollections brand from Michaels, that little pillow that you guys are talking about. Okay. 2 and 6 is what I said, right? I need to write that down. Mm. 2 and 6, 3, 7. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to score this. Yeah, I'm going to score it. So if this is 2 inches, I'm going to do 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch on both sides. So 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. Ah! Why isn't this looking like 1/2 inch? Hold on. 1/2 inch. And this is just for the bottom of this to transform it from a box card to a goodie box. So you can kind of see what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to end up gluing this like that. That's why I have to have those little edges, the little lips. Take another bite of my Pop-Tart. So now I do need to extend this. So we're going to do, once again, 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. So now if you look at this, it would go, I need to cut this right here first. Give me a second, because otherwise I can't fold it. So it's like this. Lucecita, it's coming along so beautifully. Love it. Thank you. So I'm not going to leave it just like this, like a rectangular piece at the bottom, because then otherwise I'd have to glue this Let me show you. First, let me put it in here so I can show you what other step I'm going to do. And you don't have to if you want. You can just leave it at this point. Ooh, it's a little long. So I didn't get my measurements quite right. So I need to make this a little, because I remember it was under 6 inches. So I think that's what happened. And then you don't need to keep these measurements because, like I said, it's going to depend on the size of your box. But you can get the idea of what I'm doing. Okay, so if you look down here, this isn't even, but it's just to give you the idea. We have the bottom of our box here. I could choose to leave it like this. That would be probably the most simplest way. You have it here. I could probably choose to leave it like that, but I like going another step. And this is what I did with my my Halloween one. And my iPad's about to die, so I'm going to take this off of my phone, the charger, and I'm going to put it on my iPad, because otherwise I won't be able to see your comments. Liz, you're liking it? Emma, the one I have is like a brush. I have never tried to pillow one, but the brush thing works well. Are you still talking about that embossing pillow thing? Okay, so I could choose to leave it like that. You could choose to leave it like that. That's absolutely fine. I like taking it a whole nother step that you don't have to do. I just like doing it. Brandy, I've seen a Prairie Paper ink and use a binder clip to pinch the top of it so she doesn't have to touch the powder. I like measuring this bottom little piece right here. So we're looking at about, it's under 5 inches, so what would that be? Basically a little under 5 inches. So I need to This one I said is a little under 6 inches, so I probably have to do about a 1/2 inch. That's the tricky part. When I get into smaller numbers like that, I might just eyeball again because it starts getting a little tricky. But I think you can get an idea of what I'm doing here. Luz, you hate measurements? Yeah, to a point I do hate measurements. That's why I like eyeballing. But I'm about right here. It's gonna probably come out to about 1/2 inch. I don't know if you saw, but what I did is I indented it with my fingers. I have to bring this down here so I can see it a little better. And like I said, you can completely skip this step, oops, if it's too much. I'm getting too much of a glare here. Okay. There you go. Sorry, that was my board. And I will show you why I did this. And like I said, skip this step. It's absolutely unnecessary, but I like doing it to give more space in the box. Okay, let me move my scoreboard here. So basically it's going to be the same thing. It's going to go down at the bottom here. But now it's going to create like this like little angle. I don't know if you can see that. It's going to create a little angle here. If I remember to do it right. There's a little bit of an angle. Can you see that? So it's a little bit more flush with the box. Yeah, you guys can see that. So basically that's my intention. I could do one more. So if I glue it here, it's still gonna leave this bottom piece empty, if that makes sense. It's not coming all the way down here. I could create one more, and this is what, about like 1/2 inch? Let me get my ruler here. I keep putting it away and losing it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, a little under 1/2 inch. I could create one more and then it'll be flush right there. And that's just to give you even more depth inside your goodie box. Brandy, the bottom part really complements the vintage look too. It reminds me of my grandpa's TV look. Yeah, so it gives that like those nice edges, and that's why I like doing that. So I said a little under 1/2 inch. So I'm going to do that right now. So probably 3/8. I know it's like a lot of steps and trying to figure out, but I love doing it. I think it just makes it look really, really pretty, really polished. Now we can put this piece together here at the bottom. And I'm like putting crumbs of Pop-Tarts. Get some water. Liz, it's the way I craft too. I think most of us do. Okay. So now I'm going to adhere this. I start with 1 inch. That's why I don't have my box glued together, so I can start on one side. And we're getting close to that decorating part. Make sure it doesn't move too much on me. But yeah, that's how you get into like 3D projects. You have to like think about those things, especially if it doesn't include it in the SVG file. You have to just make it up as you go. Give that one a little chance to dry before I move forward here. And sometimes what I like doing is I'll skip those 2 little tabs right there. I'll skip those and I'll go on to this one. Afterwards I can go back inside and add some glue and it'll be fine. But that way I know that I have it exactly where I need it to be placed. I hope I'm explaining myself okay. It's sometimes tricky to explain those parts. That's when you start going into like Abby's mind. And if I'm getting a little quiet, it's because I gotta concentrate on this first. Takes a little bit of concentration. And it didn't go all the way to the bottom like I wanted to, but that's okay. I'm doing it live. I don't have time to troubleshoot. But I think it still does the intention. Liz, yes I am. Thank you. Liz, I mean, did it hurt when you had your tattoos done? Oh, I just have the one. And not too badly. I got it when I was 25, so about almost 5 years ago. I got it for my 25th birthday, on my birthday. It's a pricking sensation, Lucita. Yeah, it's like a vibration, like an intense vibration. It did hurt in, like when he did this one, because that was basically, I have very bony wrists. Brandy, the one on my wrist hurt the least. Yeah, it just depends. Like, if right here wasn't too bad. Here it kind of hurt. He filled it in with white here and then some shading on the wolf's head. And that shading, when they have to go like repeated, just imagine if you rub a certain part of your body over and over and over again, it's gonna start hurting. So same thing with that. Liz, I've got a couple of them done. Okay, so you guys can see, like, you know, where I scored it. I think that looks really, really pretty. It just adds another element to your craft. I'm going to adhere this part first, and then I will go work on the inside to finish adding the bottom piece. Luz, you're afraid? Don't be afraid. If you want one, go for it. You have one on your shoulder and one on your wrist. Yes, Luz, this is the only one that I have. And it took me 7 years to make the decision. Because, you know, tattoos are permanent. Unless you get that painful and expensive reversal laser surgery. But I love my tattoo because it represents my doggy. Coda represents Woofy, my husband. It represents loyalty, family, unity, leadership. So I love the meaning behind it for me. Liz, you have a dolphin family on your right shoulder and a wolf similar to Abby on the same wrist. Yeah, she really does. Hers has little wings, or like fairy-like wings, which is super cute. Okay, so I'm going to add some glue here on the inside. This part's going to get a little tricky, so if I can't give you a good angle, I'm sorry. Luz, I want to microblade my eyebrows. Oh, no tattoos, but they say it's like a tattoo. Yeah, I'm always iffy about makeup tattoos like that. Permanent makeup. I don't think I can do that. Cause what if like trends change, you know? Then you have like these like permanent makeup, and you can't do anything about it. My mom has been wanting to get permanent makeup, and I always convince her not to. I'm like, no, Mom. Don't do it. But if you want to, go for it. I would love a permanent makeup on your eyeliner. And then, yes, Liz, your doggy's name. Something like that. They tend to put numbing cream on first. Yes, I would think so. For the makeup. This one's not as, this side isn't as nice as this other side. But it's okay. It's no big deal. I think it'll be fine in the end. As long as the box is good. This is what happens. Like, I can't troubleshoot this while I'm live, but it'll be okay. Okay. And I'm not gonna let that perfectionist mentality get in the way. Randy, I have 4 tattoos. My last is a Roman cross on my ring finger on my right hand for my goddaughter, matching tattoo with her mama. Aw. See, I love tattoos like that. You know, you spend your time out there, meaningful to you. I love that. Going to add some more glue. We're almost there. We're setting up our box. Luce, I like to ask about tattoos because they have a story behind it. Yep. Liz, I want a couple more done. I lost my brother a few years ago and want something in his honor. I'm so sorry about your loss. That's a really good meaning behind a tattoo, though. I want to get one for my mama. I want to get an elephant with succulents. My mom loves succulents and loves elephants. So I would love to get something like that. My mom is still around, thank God, and I hope she's around for a long time. But I would love something to honor my mama like that. Yeah, your wolf one's for your doggy, your late doggy. Okay, so this is ready. What do you guys think? We have now made our dimensional vintage TV box and we can decorate it now. Woohoo! Yay! Okay, so I'm gonna bring over my chipboard and stickers and all that so we can start decorating. Randy, I have one plan but not made out yet for my son and our baby embryos from our IVF journey. We had 11 eggs but only 2 made it but didn't take. Our son was a surprise. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know that journey is so tough. If you know my story, you know what I've been through. So I commend you for having to be brave enough to share your testimony with us. News time to put the makeup on. Yes. Brandy, woo, that girl, that looks bomb already. Thanks, ladies. Gonna go get those stuff to decorate it with. Okay. So here's the chipboard. I'm gonna take it out of the little plastic. Oh yeah, so you know my story, Brandy. Okay. I do want to use the flowers here. I know we just talked about the embossing tool, but I'm doing my usual thing. Although I forgot that I recently cut my nails, so I don't have as much nails right now. There you go. So we're going to be using this flower, probably here on the edge or something. Still thinking about it. All tattoos tell a story. Yes, that's very true. Even the ones that were done by people when they were drunk. It's the story of that night. Luz, both of you have amazing reasons to do your tattoos. I'm just too afraid. Don't do it until you're absolutely sure of what you want to get. So what do y'all think? Are you liking that, the little bird? I have I love this phrase that says always on it, but it might be too big. Hold on, let me take it out of here, the chipboard. Yes, that's why I was keeping an eye on that bird because I think that it would work really well. So this always, oh yeah, that's way too big. If it was a little smaller, that would have been super cute, but it's too big. Let's see. And look at the puffy stickers, or the thickers here. See if there's something there. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are liking it. I think it's cute too because, you know, birds tweet, tweet. They have the little birdie music, birdie songs. So with the music notes, it works really nicely. I'm kind of liking, should we do a banner like this one that says the beauty of you? Or should we do this one that says cute? Baha, why are you yelling always at us through the TV, girl? That was a Mama Jamba piece. Did I yell? I'm sorry. Maybe I was too close to the speaker. I didn't know I yelled. Sorry. Let's see. Oh, no, I didn't literally yell, okay? I thought I was super loud. I was like, oh no. Oh, the letter was yelling at you guys. Oh, I get it, yelling through the TV. Oh, okay. That went right over my head. Yeah, so even we're at its center scene, actually. Operating theater. I think you guys are talking between each other, which is cool. I like it. Or we could use this one that says dream, and we can place it in there, but it might be too big also. I like them. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Okay, so I think I have an idea of what I want to do here. So I have the kitty girl and the panda girl. You guys like those a lot. So I'm thinking of putting them together and putting them on the screen somehow. Ah! Don't stick. There you go. So do you guys like them on the screen with that on the corner? And I can put a phrase there? Or should I put them on the corner and then put the phrase here? We can still put the flower there on the edge. Put them on top instead of the birdie. Oh, you think they're scary? That's funny. I don't think they're scary. I think they're cute. Yes, so what, Liz? On the screen or here on the corner? I'm going to look for my thickers while I wait for you guys to answer. Highlight the bird on the flowers corner on the screen. Looking really cute, cat. Gotta go. Have a good day, everyone. Bye, Diana. Thanks for joining us. They have to grow on me too. the little panda girl and the kitty. Perhaps behind it. Okay. So doing some layering like this. So I'm gonna put them right here for now. Put the flower here in the corner how I originally had it. I gotta make sure that the flower is not gonna mess with the stability of the box. Okay, here, yeah, that'll be fine, like right there. Oops. Why you move? Why you move, flower? And then adding the little bird. Ooh, I kind of like that. And then I gotta think of something to put right there. I kind of like this one, this thicker. I'll show you guys right now which one I'm thinking of. Liz, you like that? Gabby, to be honest, Willow Lane wasn't my favorite collection, but once I started to play with it, I started to like it more. Jean, want to be in the giveaway. I'm switching to my iPhone, okay? No problem. We're almost there. Okay, so I'm like this one that says some kind of wonderful. I want to add that like back here somewhere. That's like from the TV. What do you think? Do you like that? I know there's a little bit of a glare. Either straight or, no, I kind of like it straight. I kind of like that. Yeah, you're liking that? I think that looks pretty cute. I can see if I can add some other little things down here, or I can add some hearts. Ooh, hold on. I was thinking of these hearts, but let's see. So I have these glittery hearts. I was thinking of putting them somewhere on the screen, but I might add them on the buttons here. What do you think? Lose what giveaway, girls? There's no way giveaway going on here, girls. You're too funny. Do you guys like the hearts on the buttons? Or no, I don't like them there. They're too kitty if I add them there. I have those hearts or the puffy ones. Where'd my puffy hearts go? Ooh, I kind of have an idea. Let's see. Okay, so you guys like the hearts. Okay, good, good, good. I'm doing something here really quick so I can show you guys. So I was thinking I could also add some little heart buttons like that. Hopefully you guys can see it with What do you think? Is that too much? So it looks like there's buttons there too. Okay, so you definitely like the hearts on the knobs. Yes, I think it looks like more little buttons right here. I think that's kind of cute. Yay! So you guys do like that. I think that's pretty cute. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start adhering some. I'm gonna get that powder tool. I'm gonna be good. Because I know exactly where it is. See? And I'm going to use it for the backs of these stickers because I'm going to, I don't want them to remain sticky. So there we go. Yay! That worked beautifully. I like that. I'll do that with this one too. Now I'm going to be using that tool a lot. Thanks, Liz, for the idea. Randy, here, someone take my whip. I'll be right back. Okay. Liz, I got the idea from Mercy Tiara here on YouTube. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to start doing some adhering here. And get my circles, my puffy circles. Looks like Liz took the whip for now for Brandy. I'm using some hot glue here on the side. There we go. And this is gonna go here. I just want to make sure that it's not going to hit this corner too much. So I have to have it right about there. There we go. All right. And then we're gonna add our birdie right here. But before I do that, I'm going to add some gold string. It's back here. So while I went to grab my gold thread, which is like the remainder of my gold thread that I have, that I'm going to use for adding another little piece here, I found this in that pile, but I don't know if gold, oops, hold on. I don't know if gold on gold will work. I think that's pretty cute. Oops, there. Had a big glare. I think I like that better than the banner. And I can find something else it could say, or it could just say hello. What do you think? Do you like the hello better? Right? Isn't it really pretty? I think I may do that. I really like how that looks. Okay, get my gold thread. And add a little glob of glue here. Just adding some gold thread behind this this little bird. Oh, here, try that again. Okay, so you do like the hello. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up going with that. Should have wrapped this around my fingers first before I glued it down. Come on, silly string. All right. Probably gonna end up burning my fingers here. Let me take off some of these glue strings. There's a little bit of glue strings on here that I have to take off. Come on, you. I'm gonna fix it a little bit. It's a little wonky. There we go. Took me a little while. Okay, so yeah. So I was reading your comments. Make sure I didn't miss anything while I was trying to figure out this little bird. There we go. See, I think that looks really cute with the gold thread. Can you see that? I think that looks pretty cute. And then my glue here is acting up. Did I disconnect it by accident? No, it's connected. It's just being silly. There we go. Liz, you like that? I think it looks cute with the gold thread. Told you we had to somehow pull in that gold from the music notes. And the little bird has gold foiling plus with the gold string. I think that's pretty cute. Okay. And then we're gonna add the hello because you guys really do like the hello. And this is actually really sticky, so it should adhere no problem. There we go. Hi, Jean. Yeah, I think the gold thread really does look really nice. I like it. Okay, now I'm going to add some glue behind these so I make sure they stay put. Yes, it is an acrylic piece, Brandy. This glue stick for some reason is giving me trouble. That's why I'm trying to hold it here. Wanting to be stubborn. Okay. Loose. Is it me you're looking for? Jean just wants to make sure she gets included in the giveaway drawing. Ambulance is going by, so if you hear it, that's the ambulance going by. Loose. You're too funny. Okay, now I'm going to add these little buttons. Oh, see, they're not very sticky on their own. They've lost their stickiness. So I'm going to be using my art glitter glue because it's got that finer tip. Oh, you could hear it? Yeah. I don't know, I was just passing by right now. I know Emma, I don't know if Emma's still here, but Emma uses tweezers, and I see a lot of you guys use tweezers. I think I have tweezers, but I don't know, I just use my fingers. And this glue, I told you, it's that little tip is all rusted, but it still works, and it's underneath. I need to find a better, like a stainless steel pin. Yeah, you use the tweezers. Yeah, it does make it easier. Emma, so pretty. Love those heart buttons. You're still here. Yeah, the little heart buttons are cute. There we go. I'm gonna tip it so you guys can see it a little better without the glare. That and a pokey tool. Yeah, I have the tool. I have the tools. I just, whether I use them, I don't know. Okay, what do you guys think? I think it looks really cute. I may add some other little things, still working with it. Looks really cute. Let me see if I can find something to put right here. I don't think I want to put anything on the antenna because I feel like it would be too much. Like it would be too kitty if I decided to add anything on the antennas. Like I could add 2 little pandas. Then it would start looking more kawaii. How cute. Thanks, Luce. Yep, still here crafting along, so trying to type and stick at the same time. That looks so cute. So yeah, do you guys think that I should just leave it, leave the antennas alone? Or should we add the little pandas? I think that would make it more kawaii though. Like cutesy. Add more pandas. I mean, we could try it, and it's not permanent, and if it looks awful, then we won't use them. Because they're not super sticky, so if I wanted them there, I'd have to use some other form of adhesive. See, it looks a little too like a little kid's TV. Chespirito? Oh, the antenna? Yeah. I just think it looks too, like, kitty. Oh, you like it? Like, I don't know. Like, it's tipping on the side of being too cutesy. But I don't know. I guess it just depends on preference. Not crazy about it. I know, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I think it's a little too cutesy in my opinion. It is fun, but I think that I want to make it a little bit more play with the vintage side of it, and not make it too much like a little kid's TV. Although that is cute. I'm gonna see. I want a phrase right here. Oh, loose. I was just kidding. I think I like this little phrase. May have to tuck it underneath the panda's arm a little bit. See, it says, hello, my darling. Hello, my darling. Da, 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 da. Oh, your Whole Foods got delivered. Woohoo! So do you guys like that? The hello, my darling? I think that's really cute. Yes, okay, I'm doing it. Hello, my darling. Yes, it does fit the vintage vibe. Tuck this in. There we go. Yes, I like that. I think that's really, really pretty. Hello, my darling. Yes, I think it's the little frog, Loose, that sings it. Hello, my darling. Da, 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 da. From Looney Tunes. Okay, so now that we have this, I'm gonna see if there's anything else I want to add. It's looking really cute as is. Yeah, Looney Tunes. I think I may tuck this in somewhere, this little foliage, to add a little bit more. Nah, I don't like that there's so much white. I kind of want to add bows on the little, the panda and the cat. If I have any tiny little bows, which I don't think I do. It comes with a tiny little crown. Ooh, there's a black and white one. See, it comes with this tiny little crown. We can either put a, it's too big. I think it's too big. If it was a little smaller, it would be cute, but it's too big. Okay, I'm just gonna find a little bow, and I think this is pretty much done. I have some hearts. I may add some hearts if it's not too much. I know there's a lot of hearts going on right here. What do you think? Do you like that? Hello, my darling, you are loved. What do you think? Is it too much? I think if I add this, it ties in even more of the yellow here. Brandy, you like that? I think that's really cute. It helps tie in that yellow. Yes, okay, perfect. So I'm going to adhere that down. Yes, you guys like that. Okay. Good. Let me just add some hot glue here. There you go. There we go. I just have to move it off to the side here because of this glare. Let me turn this off, and if you guys think it's too dark, let's see. It'll take a minute for the camera to adjust, but I'm getting tired of that glare. Give me 1 second. Luckily, there's more light outside. Okay. Yeah, there we go. There's not as much glare. So cute. Okay, so I'm going to see if I want to add some sequins, and we should be done. There's the sequins. Then you guys know I like my glitter, but I don't think I want to add any glitter this time. No, I think it's cute how it is. So we're just gonna add some sequins. It's like sticking to me. You guys have been troopers. We've been here a while. I'm glad you guys are liking it. Some yellow. Some pink. The little iridescent one. A little green one. We'll do another yellow down here. Pink one. My glitter glue came in the mail today. I had to order one after seeing you use yours. Yay, Emma! Liz, we've been having fun. Woohoo! Brandy, y'all, as stay-at-home mom, this is the most fun I've had in ages. Liz, where did you find that, Emma? Liz, she's glad we are loving it because she's not giving it away. I think that I don't need 3 down there. Try to scrape off a little bit of that glue. Okay. Oh, little straggler. What do you think? I think it's finished. Oh, there's one last piece. It's not for the decoration pieces, but for my purposes, I went for Stickles and Stardust, got it from Amazon. Nice. Brandy, right? Lucecita at the last minute, she'll be like, oops, I like this. I think it's adorbs. So cute. No, I already told you I was going to give it to you. I'm going to stick to it. I'm looking for my labels. Give me 1 second. Oops. Stay glued. Not sure where I left my labels, so I may have to do that later. Yeah, I'm probably just going to do that later. No big deal. I'll do that later. Hopefully I don't forget. But it's ready to go. So cute. It's really adorable. Wow, it's amazing. You did amazing. Yes, I love it so much. Woohoo! Thanks, ladies. All right, so it's ready to go. I'm going to pick a winner now. So I'm going to jot down everybody's names on a piece of paper. So worth the time. Yay! I'm glad you think so. Okay, so we have Liz, Emma, Luz, Brandy, Jean, am I missing anyone? Gabby, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry if I misspelled it, Gabby. Is that everyone? Pretty sure that's everyone, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus me is 7 watching. There's one more person watching, which could be my woofie, just putting it in the background. But I think those are all the names that I saw. So, speak now or forever hold your peace. Those are some good chances, ladies. All right. So I'm going to put these in a little container. I have a little container here somewhere. We'll just use this one. No, but I don't want to dump everything out. There we go. That looks like all of us. Okay, good. OMG, OMG, I'm so nervous. Lucecita. Crossing your fingers, and the winner is me. Good luck, everyone. Drum roll. Hold on, I gotta fold everything. Hold your horses. Brandy eyeballs the whip. Watch out. Okay. And look at the be mine. Is it yours? Be mine? You like that sound? Okay, you ready? Here we go. All right, I have one in my hands. Who could it be? Any guesses? I have the winner right here. Who could it be? I don't know. Should I show you guys? I haven't even looked at it yet. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. I'm no good with this tension. Okay, here we go. Ready, ready, ready? Ready, ready, ready? Did you see it? I didn't see it. Did you guys see it? Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. You saw Emma? I don't know. I see a J. It's Jean. Congratulations, Jean. It's Jean. Congratulations. Don't worry, guys. I plan on doing more giveaways and other lives. So I have another live tomorrow. What am I making? I'm making embellishments tomorrow. So I'll probably give those away too. It's Jean. You're killing us. Well, you won. You won. Congratulations. If she doesn't respond, I'll take it. Hey, Jean, do you follow me on Instagram? Do you have an Instagram? Waiting on Jean to see. You're welcome. Congratulations. Do you have an Instagram, Jean? That way you can message me on there. Otherwise, I can, you can email me. Hold on. Messages take a little while to come through, or the comments. Waiting, 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 waiting. Okay, Jean. So either you can email me or send me a message through Instagram if you follow me on there. But yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for, oh, you do? Okay, so yeah, send me a message on Instagram. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out this whole time. I had a lot of fun with you. It was a lot of fun. I think we did a really great job. We made our little dimensional vintage TV box. And so it's a little goodie box. You can put cute things. So for example, let's say if I were to gift something like, I know this is really big, but I could give some goodies like this. And I think that would be super cute. You know, you give some goodies in there. And I think it's really cute. I had a lot of fun making it. Thanks for sticking around through all that sewing. I think it came out really pretty. We're gonna again go live tomorrow. I forget what time, but I listed it on my Instagram. Let's see, reading messages. Okay, you'll send me a message. Perfect, Jean. You guys had a blast. Definitely was fun. It came out super beautiful, Abby. Thank you. Thank you, lovely ladies. Thank you, ladies. It was fun. Let's do it again. Yes, it was a lot of fun. So I'll be live again tomorrow. The schedule is on my Instagram. Thank you, Abby, for allowing us the madness. No problem. It was so much fun. Yes, hide the whip, Brandy. Bring it next time. Yes, I'm back on tomorrow. We'll be making embellishments, and I'll gift those as well. So I don't remember the schedule right off the top of my mind, but it's on my Instagram, so you guys can check it out. But congratulations again, Jean. I had lots and lots of fun, lots of laughter, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll post a picture of this later on my Instagram. Are you all back tomorrow? Okay, if you insist. Gorgeous, excited to see the next live. Same for me, Emma. I'm excited to see yours. So I hope you all have a wonderful night, wonderful evening or day, wherever you may be. I'm going to go eat some lunch. So toodaloo, everyone.